Hey, beautiful people, welcome to episode 154 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about how long it's going to take to get new credit. Now, new credit can be so many different things. You got credit cards, personal loans, auto loans, you're trying to get a mortgage. These are different things. So, we need to talk about the time frame for everything. And if you guys have any questions, drop them down below in the comments. Understand that I am personally, just me. If you want me personally to answer your question, I'm only personally answering questions for those people that's actually subscribed. So, yeah, that's it. Make sure you guys to subscribe if you really want me to answer your question. If not, hopefully somebody around can answer it for you, and hopefully it is correct. Now, the first thing is credit cards. For credit cards, y'all can just apply for credit cards right online and you can get an instant answer. So, usually when you're applying for credit cards, you can get an instant answer. Sometimes they may say, hey, we need to be able to do some type of verification, and that could take 7 to 10 business days. But if you guys get approved, it's usually going to take about 7 to 14 business days for you actually get that card in the mail. But it can be a quick process. Sometimes some credit cards give you instant access to your line. I know they did that when I for my GM rewards. I was able to get instant access. I was able to add it to the wallet right away. I think my Apple did the same thing. It was a few credit cards that allowed me to have instant access right away. I added to um, my wallet on my iPhone, and I was able to use it right away. So understand that credit cards could be sometimes an instant access kind of thing, or you have to wait 7 to 14 business days for them to come in the mail, and possibly 7 to 10 days for you to actually do verification. Now, personal loans, on the other hand, usually with personal loans, it's going to take about 3 to 12 business days. Some personal loans can give you an answer right away, let you know you're approved. Some of them can actually give you the funds same day, next day funding, usually 1 to 5 business days. And usually you want to get direct deposit or a check with this personal loan. But usually for the approval, they can tell you right away whether or not you're approved. And if they need verification, it may take a few business days for different verification to go through, like anything. Okay. The next thing is auto loans. Usually auto loans, they can tell you right then and here, like, what's up. You can, depending on your credit score, you can go right to a dealership, say, I want this car. You can already have your financing before you get there. Like, say if you go in Navy Federal, they can pre-qualify you, let you know what it is. Maybe they need documentation, maybe they don't, but you can be able a lot of times to walk away by the end of the day with that car, if not even sooner. Okay, than just waiting, because sometimes you gotta wait hours depending on your credit. But it's something that can be done in a day. Like, you want a car today, we're getting you a car today. Okay, so understand that when it come down to auto loan. Now, the next thing is we have mortgages. Mortgages, usually if you want to get a mortgage, the mortgage is going to take a lot longer than a lot of the other accounts. It's going to take about 30 to 90 days because you guys have to do the application process. You got a lot of verification. You got to actually find the house, close on the house. It's a lot that actually goes through, it's a lot that goes into getting an actual mortgage. So think about 30 to 90 days. What can make it go faster is you just having all your documentation ready, your credit being legit, it's where it needs to be. You have your money ready, you know what the house is already, you already know what everything is. It can go a lot faster. And if you're doing inspections, appraisals, all this, try to get all that stuff done faster. Or you can also get your account, you can ask for underwriting to be done before you actually start looking for the house, so that process can start even sooner. Because sometimes people, when they get approved, they can ask to get full underwriting at that time too, so that they can know for sure that they're approved, not just some pre-approval. Okay, so understand that it could take about 30 to 90 days. Now, last but not least, on another thing is sometimes you guys may want to do like a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, or just a loan too, line of credit or a loan. Now with this, these things can take about 2 to 8 weeks. Sometimes when you go ahead and apply, they can tell you right then and there that you're going to be approved for it. And funds, you can receive these after approval. It'll just take a few more days for them to actually give you the funds. But this can be a faster process than a mortgage because you already got the house. Everything can happen faster. Understand these different things though. When it come down to getting approved, you need to know what your credit score is and your credit history. Stronger the stronger your credit is, the faster your approval time can actually be. Have your documents ready. If you know you're doing a mortgage, have your identification, have your proof of income, have your tax returns, whatever they're going to need, have everything ready right away. And then understand that different lenders take different amount of times too. So understand some can be faster, some can take longer. And again, with the different things that you have, you have to understand like the different type of accounts that you want to do. You have to understand that these different accounts just take different amounts of times too. So just check your credit reports, gather everything. If you can, apply online. And if they got some type of pre-approval, do the pre-approval so you can know yes or no whether they're going to give you the credit card in general, okay, like at all, or give you the personal loan, the auto loan. If they can do some type of pre-approval for you to tell you yes or no on your odds, that will help you so much, because you could just do the pre-approval, especially if it's online. You can know within minutes or seconds. So hopefully this is helpful. In episode 155, we're gonna go over so many more things. Remember, make sure you guys are subscribed. Hey, welcome to episode 155 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about how long it's going to take to get a mortgage after you had a foreclosure. So if you guys have had a foreclosure in the past, this can be a very beneficial video for you if you're thinking about getting a mortgage again. I want you guys to keep this in mind. You want to talk to the lender and ask them directly, because some lenders can do miracles sometimes, or maybe it's a loophole or something that you guys can do. So just take this information as okay, some knowledge I can have, and talk to an actual lender so that they can tell you how long you'll really have to take, or see if there's some way to get anything done faster, or see if there's a workaround. If you guys have any questions, put them down in the comments. Understand that I'm only answering questions from subscribers right now. I just want to make sure I answer all of my subscribers' questions only, because there's so many of them, and I want to focus on those people that at least press the subscribe button. So make sure you guys press the subscribe button if you want me to answer your question. Now let's get right on into it, because this is not that complicated. Like, let's just go down the list of the different kind of mortgages and then talk about how long it's going to take. So when it comes down to conventional loans, we're talking Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. Go to the original videos about these. We did this earlier in Credit 101. We talked about this. When we're thinking about this, we're thinking about like a 7-year waiting period. Understand that if you had a foreclosure and you can actually show them you had like some different circumstances such as maybe you lost your job, you had a medical emergency, they can reduce this to only 3-year waiting period. And FHA already have a 3-year waiting period on their loans, and you can actually reduce this to 1 year if you see that you had some type of circumstances that made it where you had to just have this foreclosure. You can actually get it reduced to 1 year. When it come down to next VA loans, we're talking about waiting 2 years. In some cases, you may get it sooner when it comes down to VA loans, but you got to be certain circumstances that had to happen to make it be sooner, or maybe sometimes you can't just get it sooner. It is what it is, but definitely ask, okay? Now, when it comes down to the USDA, you have to understand that we're thinking about a 3-year waiting period, sometimes even sooner from here. But you have to understand, it depends on what happened. Did you lose your job? Did you get very sick? And then to actually improve your chances of getting another mortgage, make sure your credit is so much better than what it was before. Make sure you improve your credit overall, rebuild your credit back up. Make sure you save for a down payment. Make sure you have a stable employment. Maybe you documented these different circumstances that could have happened to you. Make sure is documented, and seek advice from an actual mortgage lender that can actually help you with this process. But I hope that this helped you.